Good morning. Today was a mixed day in the prayer group. We got some great news, right? One of our sisters is closing in her house this morning, which means that she gets to close an old chapter in her life and start a new one. And then we also heard about a someone whose son was shot and who perished. And we stood in the gap for that mother and that family, right? And so some days we'll have some great days, and some days we'll have some days that we're like, it can really be gloomy. But my comfort lies that we have one another, right? We have one another, and we can raise each other up in prayer. We can lift each other up in the good and in the bad, right? And I just wanted to share that the donations, because of you, right, the donors, people that gave so generously, we have been able to bless New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, Florida, and DC, shelters that have single mom and children. And I got to tell you, one of the things that really touched my heart, and I was overwhelmed, was with one of the orders that was placed, right, in Florida. And, I asked them to do a registry and, really put down what they needed, right? And so, when we think about school supplies, when I think about school supplies, I think about notebooks and pencils and crayons and, how crayons smell when you first open the box and how much fun it is. But what hurt me the most was that they were asking for shoes, for baby shoes. They were asking for diapers. It is a double-edged sword, right? The double-edged sword in that, wow, right? We get to be a blessing, and then, wow, God, I'm so grateful that you have provided for me. And there was a time when I didn't have any of that, right? In the beginning of the year, for those that don't know, I lost everything to a fire, and there were times I walked out of the house, t-shirt, underwear, and no shoes. So did my husband. My daughter was the only one that had jeans, and I'm so grateful for all of you who donated to us and who made a difference in our lives. And I'll never take that for granted. I'll never take that for granted that some of you gave us shirts from the ones you were wearing, literally, that night. We had people come up to us and give us shoes that were on their feet. And we had people that came up to us and gave us, jackets that were on their back. Until this day, we have a couple of men's shirts that were given to my husband. And it was like a brother to him that worked with him, right? And he passed away. And every morning we get to see that shirt and remember the kindness of his heart and his family and lift them up in prayer. And so my request is that you really look at your life today and be grateful. Be grateful. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for who you are and for the difference that you make every day. So I just want to leave you with a prayer that you will always have and lack for nothing. My wish for you is that you literally have a day that's full of love, joy, and abundance. Abundance. Just waking up in the morning is abundance. It's an abundance of air. We have people that are hooked up on machines, and they can't breathe on their own. So please do not take the little things for granted and be grateful for them. Amen. I look forward to hearing your beautiful voice tomorrow in prayer. We have the hour on the word, and we'd love to see your beautiful faces there. So have a day full of love, joy, and abundance.